Listen! Sir Venom!
You shopped, you gallivanted, and you explored Neverwinter once again. It feels a little bit more like home, especially for some of you who have now built their own homes. Some of you spoke to water elementals and invited them to your place as shenanigans. Some of you retrieved an upgraded axe. Some of you visited a newly constructed ranger's cabin. You also schemed and planned, until being woken to an urgent message from Riku. Theirs never had returned, having been expelled from the book called The Genealogy of Neverwinter. You had a discussion with Varys Never, eventually inviting Barrack Clanghammer to shenanigans for part of that discussion. It was here, collectively, that a decision was made. Varys Never would remain nearby Barrack Clanghammer, acting under illusory purposes as Lord Neverember and quote-unquote rule Neverwinter. You would retain his phylactery, the book, The Genealogy of Neverwinter. It was during this exchange that you were also made official heroes of the city of Neverwinter, as well as honorary corporals. This title gives you the ability to direct the city guard in the midst of an emergency. And you deliberated. You spoke, you planned, until Vincent cut through the Gordian knot using his wish-laden luckblade to whisk you off to Rishamalot. A gate appeared in front of you, and you stepped through to find yourselves in the surgery that you see around you, a place of blood, viscera, and pain. Leaning over a dying victim is a shouting Rudolph Henrichten, blood squirting across this apron as the apron that he wears, and into the air from an unseen artery beyond him. Casimir Velikov swiftly moves to his side, assisting by holding down the patient's legs. You hear the moans of pain stifled by rags in the patient's mouth as their head turns towards you and their eyes pass across your stunned faces. As you look at the patient, you notice buboes, splotchy rashes, sweating and shaking, and most noticeably, because you're looking at the face, tremors around the mouth and nose, almost like that of a verminous creature. Your friend Rudolph Henrichten turns his head, noticing the patient looking at you all, and then at the face of the patient, and he seems to deflate. Cass, this one's also lost, he says. He steps away from the table and places a hand on the shoulder of the Dusk Elf. Casimir Velikov nods with a sad look on his eyes and begins to wheel the patient out of the room. It is finally at this moment that the two of them turn.
If he's like taking the guy out, I'd want to stop him and be like, "Wait, is he cursed? What's wrong with him?"
And they look at you and say, "He's beyond saving." Cass continues to push the man on the cart through a curtained doorway into a room beyond. With the pushback of the heavy curtain, you hear the chittering of rats, their squeals reaching your ears, before the curtain closes, muffling their cries once more. Rudolph Van Richten, dubbed Rictavio by his former lover, looks at you all dumbstruck. How in the nine hells did you find this place? How'd you get through the front door? By the gods, it's good to see you all, as he extends his outstretched and blood-covered arms.
We're here for you.
Vincent goes and hugs him. It says, "We're here to save you."
He does embrace you, Vincent, and he looks across you all, and he looks actually at Sir Venom. As Riku, you say, you're there for him, and he goes, it's good to see your faces. That one, sorry to be so brusque about it. They're turned. They have the Nas.
They wear rats.
Yeah, can we roll to see if we recognize like a form of lycanthropy in them?
Yeah, go for it. Roll a medicine check, I would say.
Is there a rat king here instead of a raven queen?
He looks at you and he goes, no.
Ooh, 12 plus 8, which
12.
is 20.
Okay. Medicine check. The Nas. You've not heard of the Nas. That is a new disease to your ears. You do, however, wonder. It's not lycanthropy of some sort. It does sound like some sort of rat, verminous sort of laden disease. And I mean, it's just new to you. You've not heard of it.
I guess I'd respond to him. I'd be like, well, like take me to him. I want to let me see if any of my queen's magic can do anything to alleviate his suffering.
Well, hold on. Say, Octavio, have you ever come across the Lord's Alliance before?
Lord's Alliance. I mean, yes. And he's like sort of looking between Sir Venom and Yuriku, but he goes, yeah. I mean, I've not come across them. I've heard of them.
Guess
They
what?
I'd step in front of Riku and I'd be like, let's chat once we deal with like these crazy sick people. And I'd like motion towards the door. I'd be like, Octavia, can you show me to this Nas inflicted person?
So Casimir Velikov, he'd left through the room, and he pushes his way back out of the curtain, and he's cleaning off the sword that he had received off of Rahadin, who was Count Strahd's chamberman. And he goes, "It's done."
I just kind of say, oh.
And Rictavio looks at you and he goes, "Indeed. They act as if they are rats. Rabid, if you were. Frothing at the mouth, crawling on all fours, but they never turn into were-rats. They devolve into effectively rotting flesh bags more than anything else until they die in the streets and continue to infect others with this horrific disease. Somehow, Kaz and myself have been spared. Although I suspect some level of the magic that I use upon us, lesser restoration, typically once a day, is preventing us from contracting this. I try to do what I can, cut out the infected flesh, sometimes amputate as needed. But sometimes the disease takes them too swiftly for me to act.
Terrible.
How did you
Hopefully this
get
happens
here?
again. We can blast him with some Raven Queen magic and maybe cure it or stop it.
He looks at you and he says, "You're more than welcome to try. I would appreciate any help you can give us." He looks to you, Vincent, and he says, "How did we get here? That's that's quite the story. Do you want the short version or the long version?"
Well, the short, because I kind of also knew that you were here. We came to save you, but have you met the bad guy here? Like the Strahd of here yet?
Um, I, no, I don't believe I've met her. I think I've identified her. Oh, it's odd. She does not dominate the land. She does not lord over the people in the same way. I'll give you the short version first, and then we can get into the details of Jacqueline Renier. Cass and I, and Cass, feel free to jump in. He sort of grunts as he puts his sword away after fully cleaning it. We were we were traveling to Candlekeep. Let's start there. Traveling to Candlekeep, doing a good job of casting non-detection once a day. That way we could not be scryed. Using Pass Without a Trace, something Cass has picked up along his time in Barovia, helped him sort of move through the countryside without being caught by werewolves and whatnot. And, well, it was all going well until one evening I dozed off. And I was probably about an hour outside of when I had supposed to been casting non-detection on the two of us. And suddenly they burst into our campsite. We fled. Cass's powers of Pass Without a Trace helped us hide in the mists and the woods. We did so for about 4 days, after which we stumbled upon, well, it's frankly a beautiful countryside, Rishemalot is. A farm. We stumbled upon a farm in a field out of the woods. We think we avoided the Order of the Gauntlet for roughly those 4 days, and then we made our way here to the city of Mortigny. So that's kind of how we came here. There's more to the tale, you know. becoming employed here and so on and so forth. But that's the rough version of it.
Have you seen the Order of the Gauntlet since you've been here?
We have not. My understanding was that they left someone, one or two of their members, here in the city to look out for us. I've continued to cast non-detection once a day, and we stay here under the guise as apprentice healers.
Well, we've actually came for you and for them.
Indeed.
If we manage to get them back, we're gonna get a big fat reward. And I think because given the circumstances, any sort of anything they had in mind before this, where they may have wanted to persecute you or him in any way, now that's gone. They'll just be happy that we saved them.
I
I
mean,
don't
hope
honestly
that's
think
the
they're
case.
gonna. I'm just saying, I don't think they're honestly gonna send you to jail. But if they were, now they definitely won't.
He looks at you skeptically. Can you make a persuasion check as you're saying that? And what's everyone's passive in? Holy shit, 33.
Everyone's
Mhm.
really high.
What's everyone's passive insight?
22.
22. You sensed something odd about his story, Sir Venom.
Interesting.
Anything like in particular about it, or just that like he's not telling us something?
Just a funny feeling in the back of your head.
What about
And then Rico's like, "You have it, don't you?" At the end of the story, basically.
I'm going to count that persuasion check as part of this. And he looks at you sharply. I do. I assume they still want this book.
Do indeed.
Oh yeah.
He and
Doesn't-
Cass sort of exchanged looks.
Doesn't weigh heavy on you, does it? He says.
No.
Can I inside check that one there?
Yeah, you totally can. Just do one thing.
Oh my! How?
2 nat 20s in a row. Damn.
Wow. Okay. Let me just roll something.
All right, no more rolls for me for the rest of the night.
This would be. Oh shoot. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to roll something, and Chrome is just a pain in the ass for a moment. Okay. And I'm rolling this blind to you. You succeeded. Yeah, he's not telling the truth. You get the sense he's not telling the truth.
Riku's like, you know, when he sees this, he's gonna look him up and down, and then like kind of, make a nod at the boys, and then look at him and say, we're here to save you, right? And he says part
Again.
of that includes maybe even from yourself.
He kind of looks at you and he goes, I mean, sometimes when you leap out of the fire into or out of the frying pan into the fire, you learn things, and it's a good thing to learn things.
Like,
Well, how much do you know about the Raven Queen?
She's a woman?
Pretty
Quite a-
decent amount.
quite a bit, but me personally, but my friend here seems to know quite a bit.
Indeed, and tell me, what do you know of places like Barovia and Rishemalot and Darkon?
There's some sort of fuel for her power.
Yeah, we know that the Raven Queen creates them as almost like memory farms to be able to, absorb new memories for her realm. They're just little bubbles, part of the Shadowfell almost.
Indeed. And you don't think poorly of that at all? Any of you? Pain and suffering she causes in these places of horror? just to sustain her existence. He sort of looks at you sharply.
Well, is she the one causing the pain and suffering, or is it the people in charge of these places?
He sort of
Like, say,
concedes that point with a little bit of a shrug. It's true that my understanding was that, and I can attest to Darkon in particular. I remember the day when it happened.
Riku's
As
gonna
Rex became a
Riku's gonna
lich.
say.
Go ahead.
I know what you're trying to say, Rictavio, and we get it. But there's also good in these realms. He's like, was it not good? It wasn't all bad, right? But it ended poorly, I understand. But your wife lived on, and turns out she was my grandmother.
And
And your daughter's still alive and out there. She was my mother. And after we're done here, we'll reunite with her.
he sort of looks almost angry at you for a moment as you're sort of saying like there was good in these places, and he's like looking to potentially interrupt, and then you say all of that and you're like, wait, what? And let me just pull something up to double check something, and make a history check at the same time, Riku.
History check is an 8.
So you needed a 5, and you don't remember her name necessarily, but you know that Larissa Snowman was actually not Rudolph N. Richten's wife.
Oh.
Um,
Lover.
You know that, yeah. And so you say all this, and he looks confused for a moment. And he goes, "Please, explain further."
Larissa Snowman. She is my grandmother.
Lissa was your grandmother?
Yup. She became a pirate captain. It was causing havoc along the Sword Coast. And we were sent to dispatch her, and then found out along the way. Came quite close, but fortunately, breaking the curse that they succumbed to ended with her passing. But
Hold up.
she seemed at peace.
Lissa and the folk of Darkon, and the folk that she had with her,
Yes,
they escaped? They actually made
Yes.
it to the Sword Coast?
they escaped, and we saw that their souls were set free.
That's wonderful. That's amazing, Riku. But sorry, she's your grandmother. She's your grandmother? And you
Right.
hold up, you said that her
She had a
daughter
daughter.
was my daughter?
That's right.
I'm sorry, that none of this makes any sense. You can see he's like legitimately really confused.
Huh? I know it doesn't make sense to me either, but this is what she told me. No, I think she wasn't in a circle of truth or anything, but we believed her. She had no reason to lie to us about any of this. She knew you. She, we mentioned you. She knew who you were. Like that's how this all started.
She's the one who gave me the name Octavio.
Exactly.
And suddenly he looks at you. Does that mean you're my grandson?
Ding, ding, ding.
Damn.
He's like, why else do you think we came back for you? He just like smiles at him.
And he looks shocked. And then he stands up and he slowly walks over to you and he gives you a big hug, unless he's trying to stop him.
No, that's fine.
I mean, I always like the cut of your jib, Riku, but this is wonderful news.
Well, now you know why. And likewise, Grandpa.
And he's like looking at you with sort of a new look in his eyes, and all of the rest of you. This is wonderful. Cass is sort of like awkwardly shuffling his feet in the background as he's hanging out with you for a moment.
But
And
anyway,
he
that
steps
book,
back.
we're gonna need to probably take that off your hands if it's not feeling too well. Holding it. We understand.
I actually feel fine, is what I would say. And Casimir has been watching me to ensure that I am. We've made a little bit of a
Right.
pact together. And he sort of looks over at Cass, and Cass puts his hand on the hilt of his sword.
What kind of
And-
pact?
Oh, simply that anything untoward that I do results in my end.
Well,
Uh,
I suppose. I mean, you made it this far. What do you think, boys? Now that we're here, I guess we can keep an eye on him?
Yeah.
All right. He can be the book bearer still. That's fine.
Seems to relax a little. He doesn't like reach for anything.
I guess I'd step up to him, and I'd be like, if you'll allow it, do you mind if I use some of my magic to, if the book does have, a cursed hold on you, do you mind if I cast a spell to remove any curse that might be affecting you?
Please have that.
So I put my hand on his shoulder, and I cast remove curse to try to, if he does have any type of attunement to said magic item.
Let me just double check remove curse, but he's not cursed. You can tell that you do not remove any curse. All curses affecting one creature and object end. If the object is a cursed magic item, curse remains. Sorry, that's not true. He is cursed. And let me just find this. He is cursed, but it's not due to a magic item.
Hmm.
Um,
Like Lycanthropy or something?
no, this goes all the way back to Curse of Strahd.
Oh damn!
Yeah, this is an old Rudolph. So he was cursed. You do remove a curse. I don't think it says what type of curse, right?
You don't identify it?
It doesn't specify. It just says at your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. So I don't know
Okay.
if I'm able to. Can I like make some type of like Arcana or perception roll to see if like as I remove it, I can pick up some inkling of like what type of curse or where it may have originated?
I'm going to say make 2 rolls, and they're both going to have to succeed. Make a medicine check and a Arcana check, and you got to get over 15 for both of them.
Oh, start with a nat 1. So that's a fail.
Okay. And go ahead and
So
do
a
the
curse
Arcana.
of some, yeah, a curse of some kind, I suppose, is removed. And the 12.
Darn
for the Arcana.
curse.
Yeah. You have no idea. I mean, you can sense that a curse was removed, but you have no idea what it was in particular.
I was like kind of like look at him sharply, and I'd be like, I felt something removed there. You were certainly, you had some form of curse affecting you. How like do you feel any different? How do you feel?
Uh, he goes, uh, I feel rather lightened. Um, and it's a funny curse, the one that you've simply lifted just now. I was cursed by Esmeralda, who was the
Really?
Vistani friend
Yeah.
that he had. It's a
Why would
long
she curse you?
story. Well, when I said that we were going to go our own ways, she said that clearly I was a man who would never find peace. I think on some level she was always right. She did also place a small curse on me, one that causes me to sometimes fall asleep
Oh,
at
that
random.
jokester.
Heck.
I mean, clearly it was a little troublesome in regards to getting here.
Oh, you should
Good,
you
now
should have
it's
mentioned
gone.
that curse to me earlier. I could have removed that ages ago.
Honestly, I'd kind of forgotten about it. Hadn't struck in quite a while.
Well, I didn't. That was the only curse that I could feel affecting you. So I don't think. It doesn't seem like that book has its hold on you quite yet.
Uh, I don't think it has any hold on me. I keep it at arm's length at all times.
We have to get that thing somewhere safe.
And again, he sort of looks at Casimir, and finally he turns to you. look, I'm rather actually of the opinion that coming here wasn't a bad thing necessarily. I mean, maybe we would have learned quite a bit at Candlekeep. I won't deny that, but I mean, first Darkon, now then Barovia, now here in Rishemalot. I don't know. Maybe there's something more I can learn. Maybe I can learn. Maybe we. He sort of points to Cass and himself. Maybe there's something we can learn about how to bring back those we've lost. And Riku, I know that I've gained something, you, a grandson, in this, but my heart still yearns for Ingrid and Erasmus and Casimir for his entire tribe. We've lost everything to these realms. And he sort of looks sadly at you, Sir Venom. For us, this is no game. This is no simple set of rules of faith or existence for a god. This is our lives.
Well, what do you think about maybe going to the Shadowfell and asking the Raven Queen herself what's going on?
And he kind of looks sharply at Cass, and then he looks back at you and he goes, that's exactly what we had in mind, as a matter of fact.
Great minds, my friend. Great minds.
I
My
mean,
friend here, he has a good connection to her, and he speaks with her daily.
indeed.
Could gain an
I
audience.
I was raised in her court. I'm quite familiar with it. We just need to, find a path there. And I think this kind of side realm. This is the closest we've been to it so far. So we just need to find a way through.
My understanding is that folk are able to leave this realm a little easier than Barovia. There's a pass to the north, and he actually begins to pull out a map of Rishemalot.
Ooh,
And let me just.
where'd you get that?
We do like maps.
Uh, he
Very
will pull out this.
crafty, grandpapa. Grandpapa?
Let me just load this scene in.
You looking at Axel?
You talking funny.
All right. And he pulls up this map. And he goes, we're here in Mortany. My understanding is that there's a mountain pass just north of Pont-à-Musée that goes to another realm. And supposedly that through that realm there are wastelands. To me, based on the limited research I've done of the Shadowfell, it's supposedly a terrible wasteland. That sounds promising. My current thought, mine and Casimir's, is that after the current lockdown, we head north. First to Saint-Roger, and then to Pont-à-Musée. Hopefully then northwards into whatever country lies beyond.
Why is going to that wasteland sound good to you?
Well, again, limited knowledge. My understanding is that that wasteland is itself the Shadowfell. And once in the Shadowfell, we could try to find some sort of place where the Raven Queen resides. Everything I know about her is that she's somewhere between a Fey Lord and not a demon or a devil, but sort of a dark being. Does that sound right? He says, looking at Sir Venom.
What about Danica?
And he looks over at
It was Danica, but now it's the Raven Queen. I don't know how much of Danica's personality carried over.
Well, the
No.
Raven Queen's a title, right? Is that
It's kind of a being. It's like like a mantle passed down. You inherit the
yeah, the title. That's how I was
title,
thinking
plus
of
you
it.
become the being.
Right. Okay.
Sorry, Sir Venom. Religion check.
Religion check. Sorry, I'm at my parents this weekend, so I'm playing on my my phone and my tablet.
Gotcha.
Religion. 16.
Yeah. I think Vincent kind of hit the nail on the head in conjunction with what Riku just said. It is a being and a title all at once. The title is conferred to the being that inhabits the title, but also the title comes with it a great deal of power and a status that is effectively a demigod status.
Yes, I
So
keep going and tell them that like I'm more familiar with the previous Raven Queen. Like she's the one who rescued me as a child and kind of helped raise me, or at least I was raised in her court. So I don't know. Maybe this Danica Raven Queen, she might have different motivations. But the Raven Queen, as far as I was brought up to believe she's almost a goddess of death, almost a shepherd into the afterlife, and she gathers particularly strong memories from warriors are her favorite. She loves a good war story memory, but any strong memory from a strong-willed individual is what she looks for.
I kind of think of it as like whoever takes the mantle is like the same but different version of the queen.
I think that's right. And if you want, Riku, you can make a history check as well, and or probably a history check is probably your call there.
It's going to be low. 6. Those 220s sucked up all my luck.
Yeah, the stories that you know of her are limited. You do know that she does command the Shadar Kai, something that Sir Venom knows plenty about, but has not brought up so much. They are effectively a series of were-raven and elven non-lycanthrope warriors who seek out memories, powerful memories from across the plains.
A memory hit squad.
A little bit.
Pretty badass. My kind of lady.
Also, I can ask the Raven Queen directly if that area you described, Ricavio, is a way to get to her court.
I think she's told us how to get there. We have to
I don't
ask
think
for the
so.
way. Like that's probably a good idea. Like what Octavia is saying, go out in that mist or the wasteland, and then if we pray to her, she'll probably open a door for us. Or if you specifically pray to her.
Well, Vincent would probably work too.
Yeah, both of you. You can hold hands.
Yeah, we'll hold hands and pray.
He sort of looks at you all, rolls up the map. Then, is it settled? Would you come north with us?
I think it's a swell idea. We can get a lay of the land and see those gentlemen we're here to find, the Alliance fellas, right?
Yeah.
We have to decide what we're gonna do about them.
Let's go to the wasteland. Surely there's nothing there that will want to kill us.
So they're really strong, these guys. I think we should befriend them. And we were sent here to save them anyway, so couldn't hurt.
Yeah, they're supposedly like the uber heroes of the Sword Coast, keeping the peace and bringing divine justice to all the ne'er-do-wells.
I think they'd be strong allies.
Something about them never sat quite right with me.
Yeah, but I think they notice a solid if we get them out of here. Is what I'm thinking.
What are we gonna do if they insist on Rudolph giving them a book?
And he sort of looks and he's like, look, I don't necessarily wish to give them this book. I'm not sure what to do with it, frankly. I don't love having it on
Exactly.
me. I don't love giving it to anyone else.
I really don't know what the right answer is either.
Let's
And
find a volcano and just throw it in there.
maybe we find out along
Sort of
the
laughs.
way. But maybe we find out along the
We do
way.
have a key to the realm of fire.
True.
Uh,
But that could be a worse place for an evil object.
I
What-
mean, it doesn't burn. He actually pulls it out at this point,
Yeah.
and he holds it over a candle, and you can see that the paper, like as the paper goes over the flame just turns black.
Is he
You know,
holding
maybe-
with his bare hands?
He's holding the book in his bare hands. Yeah.
Maybe we can poke and prod the alliance of what their intentions are. Now, how are you holding that directly? Riku says.
I don't know. It's just a big old book. He sort of puts it away in his bag.
I turn to the other three and I'm like, didn't touching that thing turn your other friend into like some kind of crazy demon monster?
It sure did.
And he sort of like jumps in. And he goes, "Well, my understanding was that he interrupted some ritual with Danica Raven, Danica, and I don't know. I thought that was what did it."
No, I've touched it before too, and it's bad. I got lucky. I didn't die.
Sort of looks at you strangely. This would kill me by touching it. I think I've touched it two or
Normally.
three times.
I
Be
think.
careful.
What? Wait, wasn't it? The character was Uriel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Uriel was fucked at that point.
He was
He
did take
was
every
gone.
evil thing from that crypt or whatever.
So either
Yeah.
that's not the book, or something's going on.
I mean, it turned that candle from normal flame to black fire of some sort.
True.
I promise you, I've not changed the book in any way. It's and you all recognized it as he pulled it out. Like it
Yeah.
looked like the book.
And Rictavio is Rictavio because my wish teleported me to him.
I mean,
Yeah.
Riku could see that something was wrong with him, and it had to do with the book. But he seems okay, so.
All right. Well, let's.
Yeah, also, I don't think, just going back to Uriel, I don't believe he's still out there somewhere. Like the spell I cast on him didn't kill him; it just banished him to like another plane of existence. Isn't that what happened to him?
Roll Arcana. You're right, but roll Arcana to see if you can figure out where you banished him to.
14.
You're unsure where you would have banished him to.
So he's out there somewhere. Maybe plotting revenge. Maybe just enjoying his new demon lifestyle.
I mean, we could teleport him to us at some point. We'll figure it out.
Bless you. Just wishing him about.
Anywho.
Octavio looks at you
Alright.
all. Well, based on my understanding of the way these plague cycles work, we probably have another day or two of lockdown. Probably best to just stay here.
Plague cycles.
Sorry. Yes. The way it works is that there's roughly there's a small outbreak. Suddenly you can hear coughing in the streets. Folk kind of get a little worried. The casks silencio appear in increasing numbers. Then the next thing that happens is all the businesses suddenly close. Gates to the community become sealed. Cask silencio usher everyone into their homes if they're on the street. As the plague begins to rip through the city of Mortigny. It hits harder here, is my understanding, than Pont-Musée for whatever reason. Currently, we're in the last stages of it. The dead lie in the streets. Folks won't talk to each other. And at night, you can hear the incessant gnawing sounds in the dark. And his eyes sort of like look distant as he says this.
Hmm. Well, I suppose we're gonna have to wait for that then. Although Riku kind of looks at Sir Venom, he's like, the two of us might be able to just fly right over it. But we want to travel as a group.
Yeah, we should stick together in this place for sure.
You're welcome to crash in the front room if you'd like. And he like goes over and he opens the door that's behind the lot of you, and you can see that there's this like front room stacked with crates and everything to a front door that's simultaneously like part shop and part
Oh.
apothecary.
Riku throws the door open. Why haven't we been talking here the whole time? There's a lot less blood in here. God.
Well, that's what I was wondering. How did you find me in the first place? You simply showed up inside my surgery.
You know,
we
thanks to
just-
Vincent here.
Yeah, we had a wish spell lying around.
I used it on you.
You had a wish spell lying around, and you all sent you sent yourselves to me here.
That's right.
He looks like he's about to say something, and then he sort of like changes his mind. He goes, I'm glad you're here.
Well, it was a two birds one stone situation too. We needed a way into one of these
Oh, that's right.
pocket dimensions of the Raven Queen.
You're looking for the
Maybe
order as well.
That's right.
Yeah. So three birds one stone, I suppose.
Does complicate things.
Yeah,
Look,
we could have just brought you back, but we need to get those knucklehead Lords Alliance guys too.
yeah. Well, look, crash here for the night. We could discuss leaving in the morning and maybe figure out a plan on how to deal with the Order of the Gauntlet when we come across them eventually.
Yup.
But we're reunited. You have a new grandson. I think we should maybe celebrate a little. And then I would cast create food and water, but I would cast it so that the food appears, though bland and doesn't have much flavor to it. I make it appear in like the size and the texture and the shape of a big old fucking cake. And then I turn to Riku and be like, "You got that jug, don't you?
Always.
Jug of never-ending wine."
It ends at some point, but yes, I have it.
And then turn to Vincent and I'd be like, "You think you could flavor this cake a little for us? Make it taste good?"
Ooh. What do I look like, a baker?
I can help you. Riku cast
Alright,
prestidigitation.
Oh, does that do flavor?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So we've got cake, we've got wine.
Yeah, this seems like quite the atmosphere to party in. This
Mm.
place.
Yeah,
here.
Vincent would try to find a corner to set up his poisoning station, to set up a little station.
Yeah, you can sit on a barrel and use a crate. No issues to do that, Vincent. As you are partaking of the food and casting prestidigitation on it every now and then, you continue to exchange pleasantries and stories with Casimir Velikov and Rictavio. Is there anything else in particular you want to ask him throughout the evening, or that any of you would like to do throughout the evening?
No.
I don't think so. Oh, we'd update him on Irina. Let him know that she's living her best life.
Oh, excellent. Lovely lady. Glad that she got out of Barovia. There's so few of us that get out of places like Darkon and Barovia.
And by all accounts, she's doing pretty well.
Apparently, a whole ship full of them got out of Darkon.
Oh, and quite the ship too. And I minor illusion up like their giant, massive ship. And I'm like, oh, Rotavia, you should have seen this thing.
Oh,
It was the biggest, coolest pirate ship
I've seen it
that I've
before.
ever seen. What?
He
You've seen this
probably
thing?
helped build it.
I didn't help build it, no, but when Larissa was working with the folk that she was convincing would leave Darkon, she and I argued a lot as she was building the Grand Mirror.
Yeah, I'd love to get one of these for myself one day.
I mean, magnificent vessel. I agree. It doesn't. You couldn't get it yourself, the Grand Mirror.
No. Once whatever magical affliction was, causing them to stay in their weird tiefling bodies, and whenever they died, they got resurrected on the ship. When
Tiefling
that came to an
bodies.
end,
He sort of looks at you confused. What do you mean tiefling bodies? Larissa Snowmane was a half elf.
oh, we know, but for whatever reason, when they left the left Archon, they all became tieflings, and I had switched the minor illusion to imaging Larissa in her tiefling form.
Struck a curse. Yeah, a deal. Remember?
Oh, and you can see that's what we argued about. She told me she'd found a way to escape, explained that it had come from Asmodeus, and, well, when we I guess we broke up, though. I was in the midst of grief from losing my son and wife. She was in the midst of grief from losing her family and trying to help as many people escape. It was a complicated time. Lost people, fell in love. You know, we argued because I told her not to take whatever deal that devil presented to her. And she simply said, it's better to lose your soul and not live here in Darkon than to have your soul and to lose it to Aslan Rex.
Aslan Rex. You know that name, or is that a new name?
He was the Lord of Darkon, the same way Strahd was the Lord of Barovia.
Well, good news is, in the end, their souls were freed. But the downside was that the ship decayed and was no longer saleable or salvageable. Right? Is that what happened?
Yeah. He sort of looks crestfallen. I'm glad that they've found peace, and I'm glad that they lived a life outside of Darkon.
And also throughout the night, I'd see Vincent, at with his poisoner's kit, and as I'm bringing him over a piece of cake and a glass of wine, I'd ask him what are you working on there, Vincent? That looks intricate.
Making some poison to tip my arrows.
Oh, that's kind of neat. And I put his cake down for him and shuffle in my bag. I'm here. I've had this for a while. Haven't had much use for it. Maybe this will help you with making your poisons. And I hand him a vial of a potion of poison. And what else? A pale tincture. I think that's all I have for poison stuff. Yeah, a potion of poison and a pale tincture. I think both of those are in D&D Beyond.
Can I use a potion of poison to make poison? Or is that already a poison?
Say that again?
He gave me a potion of poison.
Yeah, so a basic poison vial, basically.
Yeah, so is that something I can just use? Is that basically what
Yes.
I'm making?
Yes.
It's just
So,
pre-made.
yeah, that's exactly right. So it's the basic poison vial from the player's handbook. It, I believe it does poison damage on a Constitution saving throw failure by the enemy, deals 1d4 poison. The poison can be used to coat the blade of a weapon for one strike or onto 3 pieces of ammunition. It lasts
this
for
one is,
1 minute before losing
this one's
potency.
this one's 3d6 poison damage.
Oh, that's way more. That's a good one then.
Mhm.
It says it's just called potion of poison. Like looks, smells, and tastes like a potion of healing, but is actually poison masked by illusion magic. If you drink it, you take 3d6 poison. Yeah, so there's no you automatically take the damage, and then you must succeed on DC
Well,
13 con save or be poison.
that one's cool because it's a trap. That one you can like give to someone. As a
Yeah, but I
potion.
didn't know if maybe you could like coat your arrows in it
Yeah,
and like
well, I
introduce
could.
it
It
into
sounds
their
like.
bloodstream directly.
Well, I'm gonna make stuff to tip my arrows. So
Yeah, but this is probably stronger than like the base stuff that you can make. Because if they get poisoned, they have to succeed on 3 saving throws for the poison to end.
mm,
Like if they get poisoned, they take 3d6 poison damage per turn, or at the start of each of their turns, and then every time they make a successful save, that decreases by 1d6. So they have to make 3 separate saving throws for them to stop taking the extra poison damage.
right. It's pretty cool.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how the what like the poison from the poisoner's kit does.
Does it tips 3? I think I use a bonus action to tip, and then it does 2d8 on a fail, and then they become poisoned.
2d8
Yeah,
sounds like a lot.
that's my like that's the feat itself. Poisoner potion. Poisoner potent poison.
Wow.
When a creature takes damage from a coated weapon, the creature must succeed on a DC 14 con save or take 2d8 poison damage and become poisoned.
Okay. That's pretty good.
So that's what I
That is
have to
pretty
make
good.
the poison, and then I got to use a bonus action to tip, to coat, and then I think it does 3. So then that'll last me a whole round of action for the 3 arrows, and then I can use a bonus action next round to coat more.
What's the
Actually, sweet.
cost for all that?
The to make the
Bonus
potions
action.
and yeah,
No,
the
I mean
bonus
like
action is
gold.
yeah,
Like it
to
costs money
Oh.
to make to do all what you're talking
yeah.
about.
So I
Yeah,
have the
you get,
kit. I
what kind
bought
of
the yeah. I gotta look, I guess.
Can't be that much.
Uh, Pushing appealing equipment backpack. Dude, I hate when this.
With 1 hour of work using a poisoner's kit, expending 50 GP worth of materials, you can create a number of doses of potent poison equal to your proficiency bonus.
So mine's 4. So in an hour, I can make 4 coatings.
Yes, which is equal to 12 arrows by the sounds of it.
Yeah, that sounds right to me. I agree to these terms.
Everybody, please give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
we're all gonna turn into rat monsters.
Why are we doing what Octavio told us to do?
What did he tell us to do?
He was saying he was getting casting that spell on himself daily.
Lesser restoration.
Yeah, that.
Let's see. Oh, Riku.
Hold on. We're gonna do the session here. Hold on. Oh, yep.
Oh, Riku.
Hit me with it.
Put him
Um,
down.
You have failed your Constitution saving throw, and
Riku
you are
down.
now infected.
Oh, you're craving
Um,
cheese.
You do have a bit of a fever as you wake up the next morning, and your teeth will sometimes randomly chatter, but not as if you're shivering.
Like he
What
smells
was
that
that?
cheese.
What was that noise?
You also take 1 level of exhaustion.
That's
guess,
my fever noise.
Does my 22 passive perception, is that high enough for me to like notice that Riku looks a little under the weather?
I mean, he'd
Oh.
tell you he's not feeling well.
Grandpa immediately comes over, and he looks at you and he goes, "It's okay, lad. I got this one." And he casts Lesser Restoration on you, and it all passes.
Oh.
Oh, Grandpa, thank you.
Don't say
I feel
anything
much
more about
better
it.
now. My tummy ache is gone. You're the best, Grampy.
Right? Yeah. Maybe like when we're in this situation, use that tiny hut deal or something. It's like
While we sleep,
like a bubble. Yeah.
we can do that. We'll have a little sleepover. Axel, we can certainly do
Yeah,
that.
we'll use it. We'll
Where
be
are
bubble
we,
boys.
Rictavio?
Oh, we're in the city of Mortany, which is on the southern end of Rishemalot.
Yeah, we're in
Yeah,
French.
guys. Next time we sleep, we'll use the tiny hut.
We're
That's a
in
good point, Axel.
we're in French land.
Yeah, absolutely.
Place is a fucking filth. We don't want to sleep here.
Is this red line a road?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And in fact, he opens the door, and you see the city of Montagny, and it is actually quite attractive looking for a medieval city. Um, it has parapets and towers and docks along the river. There's a bit of a keep up on the hillside. It's a beautiful place. There's palm trees. It's sunny. It's not the rainy hellhole that you necessarily expected as you come up out of a basement door of a building along the river. You see craftsmen and traders moving about, people selling wares, going about their business in typical fashion.
Just gonna
What'd you guys think?
ignore the flags.
Yeah, here I got another one that we can.
No, it's fine. I was just like, wait a second.
He's going to change his attire to suit the locals.
Hey man, the sun never sets on the British Empire.
This is a
Even
nice town.
in fact, it does look like a nice town. You can see that there's a bit of wealth.
Are
People seem like they're
the
relatively
streets
well
empty
off.
because this rat virus going around?
No, in fact, there are people moving about, going about their business. You do not see any signs of a plague, of pestilence, of any sort of illness in town.
And what like type of people are they? Like how much do me and Vincent stand out?
Oh, so you stand out as pretty odd, I would say. The populace, as you move through the city, slowly heading north, as Rictavio leads you, the populace looks to be, let me see, and I'll just give you like a rough estimate here.
Yeah, I was trying to say I changed my clothes to match the locals.
Gotcha. Yeah, they're all wearing like slightly more flamboyant clothing. My guess is that you actually might like it, Riku. Everyone's got a
Everyone's just-
rough.
They're all just dressed like me.
Yeah, a little bit more. Mostly human. There is a smattering of halfling about, and you swear at one or two instances you see a few Vistani ducking down an alleyway.
Fuckers. Too bad we didn't have a pocket Vistani to get us in and out of these realms.
Is there a so we're gonna be traveling? Do we like rent horses or something?
Oh, I was simply thinking of going on foot. I don't have much coin, is what
I can
Rictavia
fly.
says.
I mean, we can cover it.
What type of currency do they take here? Just standard gold?
Yes. Most of their coins have the R for the Renier family stamped upon them.
Think they take platinum?
Oh, yes, of course.
Pretty light on gold.
I don't thi-
They kind of give you a funny look.
yeah, we can. I mean, would it be better to go on foot, or we could just, I'm sure we can cover the cost of renting horses if that'll make the trip easier.
No, I'm more than happy to travel by horse if you think that's the appropriate way.
Doesn't seem like we want to walk on the ground here with the rats.
Indeed. So, do you guys seek out a stable? Is that the idea?
Yeah, I think it was one time we did like a rental car service type deal where we rented horses in one place and then we like brought them to another town and just like turned them in there or something.
Yeah. If you want to attempt to seek out the same sort of thing, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Where's the medieval Hertz?
Yeah. Investigation.
Yeah.
All right, mine's a +0, so
Medieval
we
Enterprise.
get a
rent a
20.
car.
Oh my gosh. You begin asking about first one of the fishermen on the docks, and he points you over to one of the craftsmen. The craftsman points you to one of the jewelers. One of the jewelers points you over, funny enough, to a blacksmith. In each instance, they say, "Well, that one, ships something from this place, or that one works with a farrier, I believe," so on and so forth, until you get to the blacksmith. The blacksmith is also making horseshoes at that moment in time. And the individual that he's speaking with as he's hammering these horseshoes out kind of sharply looks at you and goes, "Oh, horses for hire?" Actually, he says, oui, horses for hire. You're looking for steeds? Oui. Oh, you come to the right place, monsieur. You follow me. He leads you down to quite a large stable. Actually, it looks like it probably houses about 30 to 40 steeds at any given time. And there's several stable hands moving about. So it looks like you need six mounts. Oui.
Yep.
He starts counting. Yes. I mean, we
Magnifique.
need 6. Yes.
And he begins to sum up the gold. That will be quite a bit of gold. I think it will be roughly 800 gold for the 6 mounts.
Oh. Well, I mean, we're renting. We're not like you want. It sounds like we're buying these things. Sure, isn't like you know, like a 10-day, like some kind of like 10-day deal we can work out here.
How about 8? 8 gold for a rental.
Make a persuasion check.
Okay.
And I would say, Axel, you have to make the persuasion check. Sorry.
Aww.
I think Axel's the one who's sort of leading this adventure a little bit. Do I look like an idiot?
Yeah.
Look, my understanding is that half the population died in that last bout of plague. We're not going to rent some horses to folk, especially if that many people are dying all the time. Octavia sort of looks at you all. They always say that half the population died, but my understanding is that a lot did die.
Riku, let's see. God damn it, this doesn't actually help. Never mind.
Isn't 800 gold like nothing to us?
80 platinum?
It's more a principle than
Yeah.
we're not just
Seems like
throwing
he's
money
trying to
around.
fleece us.
Can't let that happen.
I pull a bracelet out of out of my pocket. A nice, a
Give him
gold
a pie.
diamond studded bracelet. And I place it down the counter. And I'm like, how many horses will this get us?
How much is it worth?
I was never told, so I don't know.
He looks it
But
over.
best guess, it's worth about 800 gold if I had to make.
Come on.
He looks it over. He goes, normally I only trade in coin. I can get this appraised from the jeweler if you walk with me.
Sure, let's go. Let's go on a little walk. You can show us some of the town.
I mean, it's only about a block over to the nearest jeweler. You walk with him. The jeweler appraises it in Rishemelis. They're speaking, they speak common, but they mostly speak in this heavily accented sort of language. And as they do so, if you comprehend languages, the jeweler is saying, I assume you're comprehending languages. Is that right?
Oh, always.
Yeah. The jeweler is saying to the stableman, 300 gold if it's a friend, 250 if it's an unknown, 150 if it's somebody you don't like. And eventually he turns around to you and he says, Monsieur, this would only be good for about one of these 6 horses.
So I turned to him and, like in the language they were just speaking, I'd say, does that mean that you don't like me very much?
And he looks, go ahead and make a persuasion check at advantage.
Oh, good thing I have the advantage.
Yeah, seriously.
17.
He gives you a scowl and he goes, Monsieur, I did not mean to offend. 2 horses it is.
And like I turned to the rest of the boys. And I'm like, well, this bracelet will get us 2 horses. Do you think we should we can pony up for the rest?
Get a pony up.
I mean, I don't mind walking. It was more of like,
I was gonna fly.
if we can get a deal, get a deal. If not, we'll just do it the old-fashioned way.
It's the old-fashioned way.
Walking.
So
Yeah, I'm fine with that as well.
I don't want to do
turned
business
like,
with this guy. I don't like him. I think you should keep your bracelet.
So I guess I'd like ask for the bracelet back, and as I'm doing that, I'd turn to the appraiser, and still like in their language, ask him like how much it was to have the bracelet appraised.
Oh, 12 gold?
I don't like
I
him
kinda
either. Don't pay him.
I like narrow my eyes. I don't like 12 gold just for a simple appraisal. Are you sure about that? You're not trying to fleece an outsider, are you?
Make an insight check.
Okay, or is it like an active roll?
Yeah.
Like the passive insight wouldn't apply.
No, go ahead and make an active insight check.
So, where are you? I only got a 30.
He gives you a look and he goes, "So that is the price. Between the price of the horses, the price of this 12 gold supposedly to appraise this, and things that you walked by, signs for the price of fish, for example, that looked like they were pulling fresh out of the river by the bountiful. You get the sense that things here cost a lot more. And as you stand there thinking about it, and this is only because you got a 30 that you're going to be able to put all this together. Things cost so much more here because there are so many fewer people to provide goods and services. And therefore everybody makes more and everybody spends more, and inflation has run wildly rampant in Rishemalot, or Mortany at the very least, but probably Rishemalot, you surmise, due to the gnawing plague that seems to strike so many folks down.
Okay. I guess I'd just kind of like sigh and hand him the 12 gold, and then I'd turn back to the guy with the horses, and I'd hand him 1 platinum, and I'd be like, for the time of yours that you gave us, thanks for your assistance, but it seems like we're just gonna, my friends here want to walk and to check out the skies around your lovely town, and kind of like flex my wings a little bit.
Appreciate it, monsieur. And they, the stableman goes back to his own stable. Are you guys going to head out of town at this point? What's your plan of action?
Do we need any supplies? Well, we supplied up before we left, didn't we?
I think we're good.
Yeah, just what I feel like we plopped ourselves into a new plane of existence, a new area, and it's like know exactly what we are supposed to do.
Yeah.
We gotta find the we gotta look do we have any leads on where
We're going north.
Brotherhood are?
We don't have.
Gonna
I don't
head
think we have
north?
leads on them. We'll probably find them on
Could
the
ask
way.
around for that.
Yeah. I'd rather just hit the road and find some trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounded like Rictavio had like an idea of where to go, like a good spot to look.
Well, Rictavio has not yet encountered the Order of the Gauntlet, to be clear, from his perspective.
I mean, like
It-
a good place to look for just a next, quest marker for us. He
Yeah.
knows like a good place to look to try to get to the Shadow Bell, right?
Well, the rumor is that people can come and go through the pass up north, and so you go through the northern gates of Pontemuse, and I'll bring up the map actually again. That if you make it through the northern gates of Pontemuse, which are typically closed, there is a pass, like a mountain or a hillside pass, that you can go through, and it leads to a different country. But folks are a little unsure of what that country is because the northern gate has been locked for so long. That being said, there are no rumors here of the mists consuming people in the way that they did in Barovia. And there are caravans, not just of Vistani, because Vistani come and go in this world, but also of refugees that come from the country to the north, who make it into Rishemalot, or so the tales go that Rictavio's heard, and that they then find places to settle. Rictavio does mention he has no idea how accurate all of this is. This is just what he's learned within the several 10 days that they've been within Montagny.
I'm already seeing a couple of places that look interesting. The Gargoyle, Assassin's Echo, the Ardois ruins. And what's the name of the town that we're in?
Montagny. It's a relatively
Okay.
large city, actually, as you walk through it. And I'll give you a little bit of a little bit more of a detailed explainer. Rictavia says that it's supposedly one of the smallest of the. It's the smallest of like the three main places within Rishemalot. It does seem the most quote unquote overcrowded. Um, the buildings seem to strain capacity on some level. The town resembles somewhat of an extended tenement with new construction being built on top of each other. There's still a level of beauty to it, nonetheless. Rictavio said supposedly this town is hit a little bit harder than the other two, Saint Roger and Pont-à-Musée, by the gnawing plague. You can see where you came from was the West Montagny Clinic, and under that it says led by Dr. Simone Timitor. You're only about a block away from the building that you exited at this point.
Okay. Well, Ricky, where to? Wanna? Are we gonna take like a main road? Are we taking some, back roads? We hoofing it? We going through a forest?
He says that there's only the one road between the towns. That is the gosh, what is this road called? This is the what's the Silent Fields? The only true highway in the realm is La Route de Châteauneuf, the Road of Whispers, and that is the road that leads between the cities that you can see on the map. He says that to Saint Ranger, it's roughly a 3-day journey, and then from there to Pont-à-Musée, it's about a 2.5 to 3-day journey. Once again, he doesn't really know much about any of the other places. He's willing to explore them, I guess, if you must, but he's also suggesting that you move on through the country rather quickly.
Okay. And I noticed Axel like fidgeting with his axe, and asked, "Do you know of any, a beast den nearby? It's been a while since we've traveled together. I feel like if we're going to be traveling, we should, get in sync if we get into a big fight. Maybe find a beast den so we can see what we can all do. We can coordinate better and work as a team."
I I really don't know. You can see that he's like at a loss for words at this. He seems not dumbstruck, just kind of like, how have you made it this far in life? If you seek out danger in such a way, I dare say I don't know. If obviously if there's something you wish to do along the way, I'm more than happy to wait for you.
Riku's like, any dragons around here need slaying? Axel needs a nice little warm up.
If there are, I don't know of any.
Let's start with this Temator estate.
Oh,
I
okay.
feel like Assassin's Echo would be right up Axel's alley.
I feel like that's too far off the road, right?
You already get. You got like whispers of assassins in the area.
Yeah.
I think I failed the check for that last time, so I don't really know what that was.
And like Savannah just kind of shrugs and he's like, "I have wings, so like roads are kind of say you guys come over."
Oh, you can fly? I didn't know that. You never told us before. Let's just hit the road and see what's there.
Okay. As you make your way through town, everybody give me a perception check. Right. Oops, sorry, I just left the page. Give me a moment. What did everyone get, or did anyone get under a 10?
Which one was it?
Perception.
perception.
Perception. So far, no, but
You all notice a heavily cloaked figure. Or sorry, you all notice several different things as you walk through town. You notice the casks Silencio, which were pointed out to you by Rictavio and Casimir Velikov. Faceless, fully plate armored troops of soldiers, typically in units of 5, sometimes in units of 15, marching through town, and they are given a wide berth by everyone. As you reach the northern gate to leave the city, you do notice a single full plate armored individual with a heavily cloaked in a way that's somewhat similar to the casks Silencio, but different at the same time, and they are following you. This individual, as they follow you from about 1.5 blocks back, moves in a slightly more graceful manner than the Cask Silencio, who seem to move in a rigid, sort of militaristic fashion as they march through the streets. And then they follow you up until you make your way to the northern gate. But they stop as you walk through the gate.
Who were those guys, Octavia?
He goes, the Cask Silencio? He says as he sees like a troop of 5 walking past. Do you mean them?
Yeah, those big beefy armored guys.
I mean, they're the not so secret police of not just Montagny, is my understanding, but the entire realm.
Well, okay, they're just like the guards, basically.
Indeed, yes.
I guess we should have expected some attention. It seems me and my boy Vincent stand out just a little bit around here.
I did worry about that a little bit, although there's really not that much we can do about it, is there?
Yeah, I don't have any magic that can disguise myself.
I'm pulling up a battle map. I will put down your characters roughly where you are at this point in time. But it is as you're discussing this that you suddenly see a second individual. So you're like right here. So go ahead and place yourself somewhere in that realm where you are. You do see a second individual of similar stature. Staring you down on the other side of the gate.
I guys were walking away.
Yes. I'm actually going to toss Octavia and Casimir down with you as well.
What do you think? Do we confront them?
Yeah, get up all in his face.
they're just guards doing their jobs.
Okay. Sound a little scared, Riku.
Mm.
It's okay.
Go
Want to pick a
kick him
fight
in
with the
the
guards?
butt.
Go ahead, Axel.
Nah. Yeah, I do want to, but at the same time, I don't want to cause unneeded problems.
As you look at these individuals in full plate armor, you do notice. Look at that perception check again.
I'm a little concerned with
good. was a
Rudolph
15.
and Casimir being on the other side of the fence there.
I'm there. The gate is open. They're with you
Okay.
still.
At this time.
Yeah, Riku and Vincent.
These guys have like
You-
their hands on their hilts or anything.
In fact, they are holding torches by their sides. They have long bastard swords across their backs. And Riku and Vincent, it looks like that both of you got above 20s, which is what you needed to be able to see this. There's one distinct difference that you notice between the Casks Silencio and these fully armored individuals standing solo with heavy cloaks. Glowing embers for eyes.
Riku says, "Can I help you ladies with anything?" Draws his sword.
and they do the same. And I would ask you to please don't do it yet. Okay, roll initiative.
Oh shit!
Ricky goes from let's not
Come
pick a
on.
fight with the guards to drawing his sword and be like, I heard you guys
God
were
damn it.
gay.
I heard you guys are I didn't say that. I said, can I help you ladies with anything?
I mean, that's a pretty good line, actually. I am just making a token really fast. And this is where I felt woefully unprepared. Because even though I knew I wanted to do this, I just didn't have it fully fleshed out in Owlbear.
So without a 20 or higher perception roll, I wouldn't have noticed that they had red glowing eyes.
Yeah, just because of the distance.
Okay. So I'd say if I did notice, we definitely would have made Axel's red eye glow.
Pretty good, actually. Oops,
That just
that's
always
not,
was.
that's not
No, I
Owlbear.
think I have to cast the 'cause it's just like it's a ruby that like we fashioned into the shape of an eye to fit its socket. But I have to cast light on it to make it like glow. Which also would involve me like touching it.
You could have cast continual flame on it.
It's not that important
Ooh.
to where.
But wouldn't that
I
be
mean,
cool though? Continual flame?
Yeah, it would be cool.
it's a little important to me.
I'm more concerned with this fight we're about to be.
Okay, cool. Let's see what you guys roll.
We all have our own priorities, Axel.
I'm just
Sir Venom.
I'm sizing them up. I don't like
And Vincent, what'd you get for your initiative?
Initiative.
Yeah.
is,
All right, 13. Okay. To start the fight, we've got Sir Venom. You go first as you see the one in front of you pull out the bastard sword behind in front of you. You hear the shink of the sword from the sheath behind you, and you see people scurrying away from what is clearly about to turn into a fight. Even the Cask Silencio are nowhere suddenly in sight. The last you'd seen them was about 2 or 3 blocks back.
Is it just this one guy?
There's 2 guys, one in front of you and one behind you.
Okay. They're not in a line. Let's see what I want to hit him with.
Damage. Hit them with damage.
Yeah, I'm thinking like normally like I would like to upcast summon celestial, but I don't want to have to deal with multiple tabs and stuff on my tablet, so I'm not gonna do that. I am gonna hit him with sunbeam. I'm going big, 6th level spell
Oh.
on the bat.
Right.
Yeah, so I'd step forward, and
Is that your new one?
I'd yell out. Yeah, first I'd like yell out to him, then be like, we're not looking for a fight. We're just travelers on our way. We ask that you kindly step aside and let us pass. And if you
How
don't,
noble.
I'd like hold my hand up, and like little Kamehameha ray starts forming.
Yeah, they don't move.
All right, so I blast him with sunbeam.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage for that. Is it a saving throw for me?
Yes.
What type?
Concentration save, and he has to beat an 18.
Sorry, Constitution.
Yes.
Gotcha. Oh, let me roll this public. Oh, okay. I rolled a 2.
We're getting to a point where we're hitting spells I never even heard of. Like not even like a little.
All right, so if he fails, he takes 34 damage and is blinded.
Blinded. Okay, he is blinded. 34 damage. It's pretty good.
And then I'd how high up is this thing?
That
Top of the gate.
is the gate is only about 10 feet tall.
Okay, so I guess I'd fly up and I'd stand on top of it, wings
It's only
outstretched.
give me a acrobatics check just to make sure that you can actually stand on it. It's a very steeply pitched little roof.
Okay, 19.
Yeah, good enough. You retain your balance.
Yeah, I stand on it, wings outstretched, casting a very intimidating shadow from whichever way the sun is pointing.
Okay.
You know, I'm like, we got this, boys. Let's teach these guys not to mess with the roosters. I do that. That Robin Williams, that call from Hook, the rooster.
Is that all, Sir Venom?
I don't think I can do anything with my bonus action. Man, I missed my PC.
All good.
Yeah, 'cause I can't cast another spell, so
Okay.
yeah, that's it.
All right. Riku, what would you like to do? Oh, I just realized. I'm sorry. This Death Knight has advantage on saving throws, so I'm just gonna make that saving throw again. Okay. He still did not succeed.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Let's see what Riku wants to do. I think Riku's going to so I forget when we I asked about this before. If I were to cast haste on myself, do I get the extra action immediately, or do I have to wait until my next turn?
You get the extra action immediately.
Well, I'm gonna do it then. Cast haste on myself, and so now my AC, that's a +2, I believe. Just double check. Yeah, +2 to AC. And let's get moving. Far away is this man? Feet. Well, my boots are on. I'm assuming because I basically I knew we were gonna fight, so I assume I clicked my boots right before this.
Sh-
If not, I can spend my bonus action to do it.
yeah, I'd say spend the bonus action on this one.
Okay. Bonus action. One action, bonus action spent. So now I have one more action left. And we're gonna swing that sword.
All right. See these. You get 2 attacks.
I think I only get one because haste technically only gets me one weapon attack. Oh, I mean it's up to you. But
Gotcha. No, I get what you're saying. You're right.
all the way at the top. Okay, so does a 20 hit?
Just barely.
Okay. So that's some radiant damage. And because I used my bonus action, I can't use it again for my bardic, I'm assuming.
Correct.
So here is from my helmet, fire damage.
It is also an undead.
It is. Oh, I
Yeah.
should have asked. Okay. So that's extra D8, I believe. Oh wow. Very high rolls here for this damage.
All right, that's pretty good actually.
22 radiant, 5 fire.
Okay.
And that is everything, I believe.
All right. Vincent, what would you like to do?
We're gonna keep on follow Riku's lead. Let's see. Does this a wall that I need to get over?
No, this is the gate.
Okay, that's right. All right. Let's take a shot at let's give Vincent's look. Vincent's gonna try out his new poison tip. So we're gonna bonus action dip some arrows into some poison that we made the night before. And we're gonna rip off some shots.
Right.
8 and 11.
That is a miss.
Is there two? Is there more? Is there two people here?
Yeah, there's a second one back here.
Oh, I can't use my thing.
Say he's far away. Yeah.
And these guys are wearing like heavy plate armor.
Yes.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Vincent's gonna take another shot.
Okay.
All right, that'll hit.
Oh my.
Yes, it will. Is that also a snipe shot?
Yeah, they're always a snipe shot once otherwise. All right, so 22.
And are you attacking the one that Riku hit?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll do 22 damage, and then he'll have to make a Constitution save of 14.
Against the poison?
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but
Oh,
you
what is-
see the creature hit, and you suddenly suspect that the poison does nothing
immune.
because their eyes flare.
It's undead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry,
all right.
I know I'm throwing the one thing at you that your new
That's
power.
fine.
is
That's why
also
that's why I waited so long to use it, was because so many things, all the vampires were immune to it. So.
Guess
So
we're back
probably
at the
back. We're back.
Mistlands.
I know. All right. All right, that's
Just in
fine.
time.
Then we're gonna take our third shot. Then might
Let's
as
see
well
it.
keep them going.
Rock and roll.
How about a 17?
17 is a miss. It sort of like hits the armor, but like bounces off. The second shot that you took really punched directly through the breastplate and hurt it.
All right. So they're undead. I did my bonus action, my action. All right. Well, I just got movement left, so guess we'll just hang out here. We'll stay at range. Nothing else to do.
Okay. Casimir Velikov will take his turn. He will look at Riddolf and Richten. He'll be like, "Oh, what are these?" And he will. Oh gosh, he's got 30 feet of movement. He will run up to here, and then he will cast Misty Step as a bonus action to get within melee range. Here.
Oh.
And then he will use the sword.
Sword.
At advantage. Oh, that was close. A 22 to hit, and he will do. Let's see. He will do a bit of damage here with the sword. 9 points of damage. Cool. And that will be his turn. Rictavio's turn. Rictavio, Rudolph and Richten will look around and use. He will cast. I don't even know. He will cast Protection from Good and Evil upon himself. so that creatures of the undead type
Hmm.
have disadvantage against him. He can't be frightened or
Hey.
charmed against them.
Riku, just like his grandfather, casting spells on himself.
So that'll be his turn. The Death Knight that you've been attacking will get its turn now, however. And what is it gonna do?
It's an imposing name.
Being blinded is real rough.
Yeah, this spell is super awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Sir Venom. You saved Riku.
Yeah, I should have. I forgot.
Is
I
it
didn't know these guys were
concentration?
undead. It is concentration.
Okay.
The blinding isn't. The spell itself is. But the best thing about it is, while I have it up, I can recast it every round.
He will. Oh, so it doesn't just stay up.
No, it's like a Kamehameha wave, and then like it blinds them on hit, blinded until my next turn. And
Am
can
I standing
create.
in it?
Yeah, how
I mean,
big is it?
if I hit him again, I'd hit you and Casimir.
Ah, okay.
Says, yeah, as long as I keep the concentration up, it says you can create a new line of radiance as your action on any turn until the spell ends.
Oh, okay. So you could just blast the other one.
Yeah.
Okay. It will. Oh gosh. It will swing wildly and with disadvantage against Riku, because it can feel Riku first. And it will do this twice. This is at disadvantage.
Oh my goodness.
This is at disadvantage. And then it will swing once at Casimir Velikov with
First one
disadvantage as well.
hits.
And the second one is going to hit Casimir Velikov. And it's doing it with both hands. And so it will do this much damage normally, and then this much necrotic. So it'll do 33 points of damage to you, Riku. And then against Casimir Velikov, it will do. Casimir. Oh no. 36 points of damage. Yeah. So some decent damage, even at disadvantage blindly with the sword.
Yeah, that's insane.
Because it's a pretty big bastard sword that it's swinging around. Axel, what would you like to do?
Is the guy to the over here in the fight?
Yes, he is. He's like moving towards you, sword being drawn.
All right.
You got a natural one.
Hold on a sec.
Okay.
So I have to, since my haste, do I just automatically fail?
You
I have
have to
a con
make
save.
two con saving throws. One for 12 damage and then another for 21 damage. So you succeeded the first.
Oh my god.
And you just failed the second. That's brutal. I mean, you would have had to get an 18 or 19 or 20, right?
I know, but I almost did it.
You did almost do it.
My haste is gone. Wasted again.
Okay. Axel, what are you doing?
Trying to think. Can I get to the guy on the left with 50 feet of movement?
Ooh, I don't know.
10.
Yes, you can.
All right, yeah, I'll get up to that guy. I'm gonna 1v1 him, and I'm gonna use my bonus action to rage.
Okay.
And then I got my new axe out, or my upgraded axe.
Nice.
And I'm going to. Do I want to? I guess I have to do recklessly attack him because he's got that high AC. So yeah, recklessly, great weapon mastering. This guy.
Whoa.
33 to hit.
What?
That modifier is pretty wacky.
I feel like we're playing old D&D with that level of
So,
modifier because they
I
just used to
gotta
be like plus 25 and shit.
gotta do some number crunching here. All right, so 21 damage plus the raging, so 23 start, and then I'm gonna put the sneak attack
Oh,
on that. So 14. So
very good.
37, and then second attack.
All right.
Oh wait, then plus 10 because I was Great Weapon
Great weapon.
Mastering. So okay, so
Okay.
47.
What?
And then second attack. Same thing. Great Weapon Master, Reckless.
Okay.
So 23 with the -5 hit.
Buff.
Another 21 plus 23. So whatever 47 plus 23 is the total damage.
So 23. Gotcha.
70.
Yeah. 70 damage in
Damn.
one round.
All right. And that is the end of my turn, I think. Yep.
And as you blur past Rudolph Van Richten and he sees you doing this, he goes, "Oh, it's good to see that you've all gotten a little stronger." It will be the second Death Knight's turn. It will look past you. No, it will look directly at you,
Mm-hmm.
Axel, and it will use banishment.
What?
Oh.
No.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a charisma saving throw, please.
Charisma. All right.
Yeah.
Might use my inspiration on this one. Yeah, I'll try. I'm gonna try to inspire. Oh,
Please, God.
yeah.
Oh, no.
12.
All right, Axel,
Yeah.
you are banished back to the material plane. So for now, we're gonna pull you out of the fight. Does anyone want to try to do anything in the midst of that?
I don't know
You
if
do
I
s-
can do anything.
Counter
You do.
spell.
You
I
do
don't
see
have
the.
it.
Oh, you don't have counterspell?
No.
And he's the only one who can learn it too.
I will. Let me do one thing. I'm just gonna roll something. Okay. Rictavio is going to counterspell it.
Thank you, Octavio.
Ooh.
So he uses his reaction and uses counterspell. Actually, yeah, Casimir doesn't have it. Rictavio does. But you see him put his hand into his jacket as he does so.
What?
That
Is that
will
the
be
same place that he kept the book?
Yep. Sir Venom, it is your turn. You see all this happen. What would you like to do?
What would I like to do? Well, I guess I would have, since I've cast banishment myself. I know the dangers that spell can cause to our party, and it looks like Riku, Vincent, and Casimir have that guy under control. So I'm gonna fly within 30 feet of Axel and try to land like right here. Is that how far is that? So I guess I'm going down. I can only get to like here.
Okay.
It's like forward 20 feet, down 10 feet.
Yeah, I think that's right.
All right. So Axel is still he's within my aura of protection against evil, against undead. And I guess I'm gonna sunbeam that guy. I'm gonna try to angle it in a way that I don't hit Axel, if that's at all possible.
Um, if you can show me what you mean by that, I'm open to it. I'm just unsure that that's actually going to be possible.
It's a 5 foot wide beam, right?
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
got a
sorry.
5 feet
I
wide.
thought it was. I thought it was larger than that. Yeah. This
Yeah,
guy
5
is
feet
like
wide,
here.
60 feet long.
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay. So he has to beat Constitution 18.
Okay. Let's see. Constitution 18. Oh, he gets advantage on this. Sorry. Okay, he still failed. He got a 17.
So he takes 23 damage and is blinded.
Oh man, just blinding these guys left, right, and center. And is the other one still blinded? Does he get any sort of save against that?
Oh, he is no longer blinded. It
Oh.
only lasts until my next turn.
Well,
Uh-oh.
that changes things. All right, so that one's blinded. And what would you like? Is there anything else you would like to do to end your turn, or is that good?
Does that count as casting a spell?
Uh,
'Cause I cast
yes.
it on my last turn, and this is just, it says you can create a new line of radiance as your action on any turn until the spell ends.
How long does it last?
1 minute.
I would say, so the way that I don't think it's casting a new spell. I think it's like reinitiating the spell. Nobody can use counterspell on it, but somebody could use dispel magic on it. If that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, it does. Well, I'm just
Okay.
thinking, like, would I be able to cast spiritual weapon
Does it
like
use
bonus action?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. So I would do that, and I would cast it at 4th level. To
I think
get
you can do that.
bonus damage.
Was it Sunbeam?
Yeah.
I think you should be able to do that. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's fine.
Nice, sweet. Yeah, so I don't have my any of my tokens because I'm on my tablet.
Oh, do you want here? I got
If you have
I
a
got
little raven,
Bird.
yeah,
or some, I think Axel had a raven with a top hat.
I've got that.
Yeah,
Where
so
would
I'll
you
do
like him?
that, and I'll have it. Yeah, I'll have him there.
What a silly spiritual weapon.
Raven with a top hat. He's fancy.
I get it.
And I will attack with him. Does the
Okay.
other guy being blinded give advantage?
Blinded only does things that they have trouble with, so like he has disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay. So here we go. 26 to hit. Then 2d8 plus 6.
Oh, attack rolls against the creature have advantage, actually.
Oh, nice. Well, let's just see if I crit.
Because yeah, that is a hit.
And did not crit. So I'll just roll damage. 13 damage. And this is force instead of radiant, if that makes any difference.
Right. Poison and necrotic are the only resistances that they have. So
Okay.
actually immunities. Anything else?
Nope, that's all my movement, all my action, and all my bonus action.
Riku, what would you like to do on the other side of the battlefield?
We're swinging the sword.
All right, and that's a hit. Oh, 15? 15 points of damage. That's not bad.
All right, we're swinging again. Oh, I probably should. I'll do it this time.
Close.
Um,
Yeah, you can see if you get advantage if you want.
Oh. Well, why though?
Casimir, you're flanking him.
Well, that's fine. I was thinking something else. All right, so this is all my basic damage here. Looks like 15 radiant, 7 or 4 fire, and then this one was 5 radiant. No, 9. I'm sorry, 13 radiant, and then 3 fire.
Okay.
If it matters. And then I'm also gonna put my bardic on top of that. So this will be more radiant damage.
Gotcha.
All right, so 7 more radiant damage, and now that is added to my AC. So my AC is 24.
All right.
Anything else? Any more?
No.
Just Riku. Riku.
Vincent, what would you like to do?
I want to roll some dice.
Hey now.
Look at that.
Okay.
What a guy.
All right.
Don't let me
let's,
forget I have a 24 AC.
Oh, nice.
At least until my next turn. Doesn't matter if I get banished though.
Start firing away.
Against which one?
The one I was shooting at before. So the one Riku.
Okay. And
Guy's
that one
gotta
is,
be dead soon.
he's now bloodied.
He's
Yeah,
now bloody.
we're gonna
Damn.
kill
Riku starts slapping him with the sword.
him. Oh, well, I didn't do the damage on the first one, but the first one's damage was 25,
I don't see it.
and
You
Same.
what are you?
I'm gonna refresh.
Are you rolling privately somehow?
I'm in D&D. No, I'm just Dreamweaver, and
Just rolling in real life.
Yeah.
oh,
I refreshed. I'm not seeing it again either.
all right, let me see. What would I need to?
Do you guys have the ability to send to everyone versus just yourselves? Like I have?
Yeah. I doubt he clicked.
Yeah, that would be a weird misclick.
It's at the top of the game log.
Yeah.
Let's do somebody do a test roll. Make sure see if it's the
Yeah, can you see us?
Here, Riku, once again. Test roll.
test roll.
Can you see our rolls coming in, Vincent?
No. All right, hold on.
It's a you problem.
Yeah, it's a me problem. Let's see.
Um,
Gamma's not. What? There's actually something new.
close.
It says there's like a play button that says launch game.
Did you get
What?
hacked?
That's new.
It's you're hacked.
uh,
I have no idea what that is.
close your browser. Close your browser and then restart it.
Okay.
Did you
I'll
get
make sure.
hacked?
Can you see that?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
That's a hit.
All right. Fine.
That
All
is
right.
a really good hit.
23 damage.
Done.
Plus.
Sorry,
Is
steer
this the one
line, Nick.
that,
I always want to say it.
is this the one that's blinded?
The other one is blinded.
Not anymore, isn't it?
Let's go with Bursting arrow. No. Where's my other arrow? Over here, shadow. All right, let's do this one. We're gonna make it. He's gonna take another 2d6 psychic damage.
Ooh, okay.
He's gonna get hit with this shadow arrow. He'll take 6 psychic damage. He'll need to do a wisdom save.
All right. Is this a magical effect? Yeah, it is,
Um,
right? Because it's an arcane
yeah,
shot.
yeah.
Okay. He gets advantage on that.
Okay.
28 to save.
Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
All right, that's all that happens.
Okay.
Then Vincent will take a second shot.
Do you get a third shot as well?
I do get 3. Well, I only
Nice.
um
A 21. Did you take
so
a snipe
minus
shot?
5. Yeah.
That's a miss.
Okay. And there's no one else around. No, not close.
Probably not within range, yeah.
Okay. Then we'll just take our third shot. Hope for the best. Ooh, not good. 15.
Yeah, that's a miss
That's
as
the
well.
highest.
We get a 20 AC.
Right. That's what it's bonus action. I guess that's it. That was a shitty round.
Okay. Kazimir Velikov will take another attack with his sword at advantage. It looks like it's about to hit. Oh, he got natural 20 actually, so it is going to hit regardless. You see the Death Knight go to parry, and just at the last moment, his sword phases through the Death Knight's sword and strikes him for double crit damage.
Oh damn!
So that's going to be 15 points of damage. Kazimir Velikov is not bloodied, but he doesn't look amazing. He's about he's almost at half health. Rictavio will calmly walk to this point, and he will Death Ward. Let's touch. Circle. He will. He doesn't really have a good action in this instance. He is going to hold his turn, which brings us to the next Death Knight. The one fighting Riku and Kazimir Velikov will cast Destructive Wave. I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Riku.
It's gonna hurt.
Kazimir Velikov needs to do one too.
Give me full damage, baby. What is it?
Yeah. That is going to be quite a bit of damage. Let's see. 5d6 thunder and then 5d6 radiant on top of it. So
There is.
here's the thunder. And then here's the radiant.
Riku's got a lot of health now, right?
Yeah.
I was gonna say you're gonna be in your signature pose, which is just down.
Yeah, soon
But
enough.
Let's see.
Signature pose.
Damage. Kazimir Velikov is nearly down as well.
I'm at 29.
Okay. That will be the Death Knight's turn. He will move there just to get out of disadvantage, or just to get out of the flanking, but he doesn't leave your space, so that'll be his full turn. Axel, what would you like to do as you feel yourself almost leave this realm
yeah,
for the material
that was
plane and then
weird.
hold on?
That would have been Crazy. Okay. So he's blinded, so I don't have to recklessly attack him for advantage, right?
Correct.
So I can just okay. So this is Great Weapon Master. Great Weapon Master attack. Ooh, rolled poorly. So yeah, I got
Okay.
13 to hit. That's not
That
gonna
is
do
a
it.
miss.
We'll try it again. Great Weapon Master and still.
And he will parry,
What does that mean?
and it does not affect him. It makes his AC go from 20 to
Oh, okay.
26.
Oh, yeah, because I got 28.
What the frick?
28. Okay. We're still gonna do. Ooh, nice. Okay, so 20, 22. Okay, yeah, 32, because I keep forgetting to add the attack. Okay, so 32.
Okay.
And then the sneak attack damage.
Yep.
Is going to be 17. So
Damn.
49 total. Wait, yeah, 49 total.
That's wild.
I think that's the end of my turn. Check.
This one's also bloody.
Whoa.
No.
How do I?
That was bloodied from Axel alone.
Yeah.
And a little bit of Sir Venom, but yeah.
Yeah. End my turn.
Okay. That Death Knight will take a look at you,
Yeah. Come on.
and it will hurl a Hellfire Orb.
Okay.
What does that mean?
Yeah.
And
What
the
does that?
Hellfire Orb, it's a fireball.
Okay. I kind of, yeah, do it.
Yeah, you're good at defending against that.
It's gonna be all the way up to there
This
by the
is
looks of
gonna
it.
be interesting.
Venom though.
Who also happens to have resistance to fire damage.
DC 18 Dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay. Okay, so I failed it,
Fails.
but so I take half. I'm gonna do some math here.
Ooh, session inspiration.
No, he's fine. Don't worry. Or you're doing that?
Oh, so close.
So what's
So it's
the?
gonna be 10d6 fire damage,
Okay.
and then 10d6 necrotic.
So what's just tell me
Oh,
what
shit.
what's the total we're looking at here?
It's a special
I
one.
got some math I
It
have
is-
to do.
It's gonna be 62 points of damage.
Okay, so 62, and then I half that because of raging, and then I
So
half
31.
that because of the thing
Uncanny dodge or
uncanny
something.
dodge. Yeah, so half
Yeah.
that, and then half
16.
half that because of evasive.
Okay, so you 8.
I say take 8.
Just stacking passives.
Well, I took that level 7 of rogue for just this reason.
It's a pretty good reason.
Yeah.
But you do take 62 points of damage, Sir Venom.
I take is the 34, is that the fire?
That's the fire.
Okay. So I take half fire for being a tiefling.
Okay, so you only take
Growing up in the hellfires.
45 points of damage.
Should I even bother rolling a con save for 45 points of damage?
No, don't. Not worth it.
It's just down.
Yeah.
I
And it's this like roiling black fire that covers the area.
feel like con spells just like aren't even worth it at this point.
I mean, I
Sir Venom.
got two blasts out with it.
Yeah, you did, but I mean, my haste, I just can never keep it up, unfortunately.
And protection from good and evil, I'm assuming, doesn't apply to a spell like that.
Correct.
Bastard.
What would you like to do, Sir Venom, after being engulfed in a black fire?
Let's see. I am a little annoyed at him for doing that. So, you know, I'm gonna Uno reverse card him. I'm gonna cast banishment on him.
Okay.
So he has to. It's a charisma save 18. He has to be
Christmas
the
save.
one that just fireballed me.
Gotcha. Let me see. And he gets advantage on this, and he has a +10.
Oh damn.
And he only got a 15, actually.
Wow.
So he is banished, and in
Incredible.
fact, he's not going to come back.
Oh, he's not from this realm.
He's not from this realm.
Well, I guess like no one's from this realm. Was the Raven Queen like invented it?
You can be from this realm. Danica Mardukov, for example, was born in
I
Barovia.
was gonna say you can be
Same with
born.
Irina.
Yeah.
True. Do I have any way of knowing that when I cast the spell? Like if I send him to his native plane of existence, or if he just goes to that like that random like demi plane that they get banished to if this is their home realm.
I think that you know that he is
Okay.
not coming back.
As long as I can keep my concentration up. Is that how it works? Like if I have to keep the spell up for like the entirety of the minute, and I
Let me
have to
see,
concentrate on
actually.
it for him to not come back?
Oh, I didn't even think about that. The fight's not over yet. Yeah.
The target remains there until the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in space. If it's native to a different plane of existence, the target is banished with a faint popping sign, returning to its home plane. If the spell ends before 1 minute has passed, the target reappears in the space it left or in the nearest unoccupied space. So if you can hold on to your concentration for enough time, you're good. Otherwise, he will come back.
So even if Axel got banished, we could have potentially got him back. So that's nice
Correct.
to know. It's not final.
I turned to Axel and Rictavian because they're closest as like my feathers are smoking. And I'm like, I didn't like that guy. I'm glad he's gone. And then see how far that other guy. So I'm gonna move over here. Do I wanna? Yeah, I'm just gonna move there, and then I'm going to recast spiritual weapon so that I can basically teleport Umbra over to this guy. Or did I get the range on that right? 50 feet? Yeah.
Hey.
So he'll take a swing at, or I guess
Didn't you
a
just cast
speed
banishment?
dive at him.
Hold on.
Oh, you're right. I did.
I don't think you can recast him. Sorry, I had to put that together for a moment.
Aw.
You can
And I
move
critted
him.
with him too. I feel like I can only move him 30 feet.
Yeah.
I think I can only move him 20 feet.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, they don't have very much movement.
Yeah.
Gotta
So I
limit those
guess
things
I'll
somehow.
move. He was like right there. I'll just start moving him.
Spell was my bread and butter on my cleric.
It's a very nice spell. It's a bonus action. It's not concentration. You can upcast it for more damage, so like it like levels with you.
I'll tell you right now, that's one of the spells they fixed in the new D&D. In the new
Aw.
edition, they like nerfed it.
Oh,
Well, I'm glad I
Forge.
did my cleric before that. I think I kind of want to do monk if we do like a session with new D&D.
A monk.
It changes the
I had a
monk.
lot.
Looks pretty
I had a
sweet.
lot of fun with Ken.
I like monks. All right. Is that your full turn, Sir Venom?
Yep, that's action, bonus action.
Okay. Riku, what would you like to do?
Well, I think I would like to swing my sword. Probably what I'm gonna do. Well, how? Yeah. we're gonna swing the sword. We're swinging.
All right.
Oh, we're not hitting though.
Yeah, that's gonna be a miss.
And with them, okay. I guess we're gonna bonus action heal ourselves. Because I gotta
Smart
make some.
move.
I gotta make something happen this turn. I guess we'll go with a 4th level. So what is that? Is it normally first? So 3 extra dice.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll do this, and then I'll roll an additional 3d4s.
Okay.
So 14.
Reroll that 1. Nice.
Plus
So
3.
17.
Back up to 46. Very
Nice.
respectable. That's a respectable number. I
I think
still have my
that's your
movement,
full turn. Oh, okay.
but I am going to. I suppose I could do this, right? So like, going to reverse this motherfucker. You think you're gonna get out of the flank? Here we go. I suppose I should have done that first, huh?
Oh, it's all good.
All right, let's go. That's it for me.
Vincent.
Oh yeah. They keep firing.
What's the total damage we've done to this guy?
You have done. Sorry, I'm just mathing it really fast. 178 points of damage.
Okay, when was he bloodied? I think he was bloodied at
A while ago.
like I don't know, 130 maybe.
That's a hit, Vincent.
Yeah.
I'm not worried. Now that Vincent's up, he won't last much longer.
That should be 22 damage.
Gotcha.
Did you get the damage roll?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. So 22 damage. And we'll just do another one. Why not? We'll just keep pumping them.
Ooh,
That should hit.
nice.
That should hit.
24. Hey, you're thumping arrows into him.
And then,
Now that you have a
and
little
then
bit
the
of a.
last one.
It's funny because Riku moving gave you a bit of a clear line of shot there. Oh, a 19?
19?
That's going to be a miss.
Ooh.
He's got a 20 AC.
That's
Okay.
fucking buff.
Would you like to action surge or anything? Or are you good on that?
I mean, if we feel like we can finish him off.
I think you're probably close.
He's in really rough shape, is what I'll say.
Alright, Vincent will use his action surge and just keep it going. He found a little rhythm. That'll miss.
Yes, it will.
2 more.
That's a
There
hit.
we go. That'll hit. Go with. We go 25.
He's looking very rough.
I'm scared. Alright, I'm gonna take a shot without the sniper
Okay.
to try to just make sure I get a hit.
That's a hit.
Big damage. Oh, and I'm gonna I get to re-roll that. To the 1.
How would you like to do
Alright.
this, Vincent?
It would just I think it would just be the repetitive thumps of the arrows would repeat. The final one would just knock him over.
Gotcha.
Just kept getting bludgeoned by the thuds until the final one knocked him over and killed him.
Gotcha. The torch will tumble out of his hand, and you will win this battle as Sir Venom holds on to his concentration. As you knock him over, something interesting happens. The helmet flies off, and a somewhat familiar face is thrown before you. I would like everybody to make a history check for me.
17, baby.
18.
Okay. Those of you who got 17 and 18, you recognize none other than Monduis Defar.
Conduits.
You banished another one. Riku says immediately.
And Monduis Defar is the Order of the Gauntlet Knight
Yeah.
who was sponsoring Riku's brother to join the Order. You see
Like I said,
the lifeless body of the Dragonborn of the Order of the Gauntlet
Oh.
before you.
So what is going
I
on?
turned to Riku and I'm like, well, I mean, I sent mine home. You killed yours. We were supposed to save these guys.
I didn't kill him. Vincent killed him. Riku's like glad
has
to take
it
credit for literally
been-
every other kill.
How long has it been since the battle ended?
It's less than 30 seconds so far, I would say.
Okay. So I like turn to the boys, and I'm like, "Quick, do I bring him back, or do we leave him dead?"
Mm,
Dead.
this one in particular, I think we can leave him.
Vincent,
Right.
Yeah, let him bang.
I didn't like the way
Dangerous place.
he was like hunting us because he allegations. You know.
Exactly. This one in particular. But the rest we can save.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it turned out we
Um,
were in the right anyway for what we had done. So
Well,
That's
it's
not
a
petty
good
of me,
thing
is
that
it? Riku says. Or petty of us, rather.
Oh, and you said these guys were undead, didn't you?
I did.
So revivify probably wouldn't have brought them back in.
yeah,
Yeah.
he was like the
It's
mountain.
probably too late.
They were like the
Yeah, let's just
mountain.
assume it's too late anyway, you know? Riku
It also means
says-
that
says some words. He's like, hey, may his memories go to the queen, I guess, right? Looks to you too.
exactly. I like smile at Riku, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm glad you're starting to get it. You're coming around to our side."
I was more
like,
trying to gauge Rectavio's like what's the reaction from me saying that?
He sort of looks at Monduis and he's equally confused. This was one of the Order of the Gauntlet?
Oh yeah. He was after us.
I'm very lost on why. But
Does his armor have any like markings or symbols of any kind?
make an investigation check.
Yeah, we should probably run his pockets. Good call, Riku says.
Yeah, like I turn to Riku. I'm like, you check whatever like pockets he might have, and I'm gonna examine his armor, see if I can find any like markings or anything that might
Ooh.
identify
Did the
what's going on here. Where's this?
when we first time we interacted with the Paladin gang, were they people that Zone of Truth us, or was that the Lord
Yes.
the Lion? Okay, so
Well, I mean they were both, on it together.
yeah,
You do see one marking on the armor. It is strange. It's almost like a tree with thunderbolts or a cross with thunderbolts on
Hmm.
each arm of the symbology, but the cross is curved. What did you get for? Did you make a religion check?
I can't.
Please
18.
make the religion check, Mr. Cleric.
That is good enough to recognize that this is the symbol of a demon of the abyss. In particular, you recognize this as the symbol of Demogorgon.
Isn't that
Ooh,
the
the
thing
Stranger
from?
Things one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't that the show?
Is Stranger Things.
Yeah.
I'd like pass it on to the boys. I'm like, yeah, it's the mark of the Demogorgon. He's got a
Millie,
super cool mark, but he's a total dick.
Millie Bobby
Okay.
Brown's after us.
I feel like we're involved in something here that goes awful deep.
All the
Yeah,
way down.
isn't the abyss is where the mushroom demon baby was from, right?
Yes, that is correct. Zegmoy was from the Abyss. There are 666 different abyssal planes.
Huh.
There are nine layers of hell.
So I guess
Damn.
we don't know. Are they working together? Are they like competing factions, both trying to get a foothold in this realm?
They're up to
Uh,
something.
what I will say is that we'll have to explore it next time, next week, if everybody's good to play.